What's up guys, Putty here, bringing you another commentary, hopefully on your Monday afternoon. If not, it's Wednesday, and it's a late commentary. Again, this done on Monday, 2:30 AM, hopefully it'll be up by 5 PM GMT plus 1, which I'm trying to get used to saying. I'm used to saying GMT. I'm bringing you a commentary from another very background noisy room. I realized that last commentary might have not turned out very background noisy, but this one probably will, because I'm now in a dehumidified room, which, for those of you who don't know what a dehumidifier is, I'm not even gonna go into it because it's too hard to explain. But it's a very common household item. You probably know what it is, but it makes a bit of noise in the background. I'm drying some clothes. I'm in my new room. It's a bigger room. I like the smell of dehumidifier. Don't judge me. So I've got it in the background here, and I wasn't planning on doing the commentary, so I didn't take it out. Today's commentary is based on a suggestion by a real life friend of mine. I think I think he has a YouTube channel. I'll put it in the description if he does. And it's a zombie apocalypse plan, and it's an interesting thing. It's not a really thought out one. It's one I drew together quite quickly, and I'm just gonna go through it here. It's very personal to me. It's not like I go out and do these things if a zombie apocalypse happens, which I don't think it'll ever will, but this is just like what I would do. This is a topic that was suggested to me. What depressed me most, I think, about drawing out these plans, I did a few of them, and it always ended with me dying in some horrific epic death of some kind. Like the best case scenario was me dying epically. So I don't know if you can take any solace from that. So let's get started here. Well, the first thing I would do is head to my local Tesco, which is a grocery store, a supermarket of some kind, and I would buy things that didn't go off, food that would last for a while for traveling and stuff, because my eventual aim is to find myself in shelter somewhere, and I would like this to last all the way till then. Things like vegetables and canned foods of kinds, and I get stuff like that, and I'd really stock up on it. As much as I could carry at this point would be enough. Next thing I do is I go to the local shop, well, not local, but my nearest shopping center, the big one. By the way, I'm assuming that all of these stores are lootable at this point because there's nobody around, and this plan very much relies on me getting there first, which yeah, might or might not happen. This is why I go to my Tesco first, because I can get there fast, and then I'd go to the shopping center, where everything is, and I try and get a backpack, like one of those hiker's backpacks that can carry everything in. And again, this plan isn't really thought out. I'm not sure how much I could actually carry with this backpack, but I've got some heavy duty stuff coming up. So I get wood and I get straw, as much as I could in this backpack from my local B&Q. B&Q. And I try and stuff wood and straw into this backpack. You know, shelter building materials, and then I would get more short-term food, like fast food, like crisps and stuff, and just normal food, like just that you'd eat, like a proper meal, because now I'd be needing it while I'm traveling, because now begins the big traveling. I put optional here. It's like a quest. I got optional that I'd go to the. It's probably likely that I do this, but it's not needed, which is why I've got it down as optional. I'd go to the local, well, I keep saying local, my nearest weapon store, which is in Aberkenfig. Now, I'm pretty sure they sell air rifles, but I'd probably just get a sword, and I'm serious, they actually do sell swords there, and it's probably the most deadly thing you can actually get in Britain at this point. So I just get a giant sword, the biggest one I could carry, and that would probably be the most deadliest part of this plan, because if I'm running into a store with loads of weapons, I'm probably going to be ambushed with some bandits of some kind. There's probably bandits parties of some kind forming at this point, and they'd be like, we want your food. I'd be carrying quite a shit ton of food, so I think that'd be quite a dangerous situation. But if I could get out of there with a nice sword, chopping zombies' heads off and all that, a long one, so I could do it from a distance, at least as much of a distance as I could. Yeah, it's a decent gig. Next thing I do is I go to like the out of town stalls. I'd loot like the back country. Like I live in Wales, we have a lot of country, So I'd go into the countryside and I'd find these tiny little stores if I could and loot the shit out of them. And I would find whatever currency they're using at this point, and I would actually get the post-apocalypse stores that are there, like, set up, ready to sell to the living public and stuff like that, and I'd try and buy stuff off of them as well. Now I got down here, boat, in brackets, somehow. I don't know how I would get a boat. Probably the first thing is to go to either Puthcall, which is a port to the north, or Patalbot, which is obviously a port to the south, I think it is. I'm not too good with my geography. But I'd go to one of those ports, and I'd find some way to hijack a boat of some kind. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Heck, I could probably fashion a raft out of all the wood I've got at this point. All the wood I've got. Anyway, I could probably fashion a raft at this point and use that if I needed to. The next thing is there's a lot of islands surrounding the British Isles. There's a lot of just random ass pieces of land which are probably inhabited, but by then won't be. So I'm just going to find a random ass island that's completely deserted, and if there's a house there, fantastic. If there isn't, then that's what the wood and the straw's for. And using that, I am going to stock up and live an awesome zombie apocalypse life for probably about 2 weeks. I'm gonna estimate. I don't know. I'm just gonna I'm gonna have all my food I've stocked up. I'm gonna have my giant claymore sword of some kind. The zombies gonna be washing up on shore and running at me. I'm going to be killing them from a distance and setting up traps and shit, and I'm going to live the zombie apocalypse video game life of just being awesome. And then when my food runs out, I'm probably going to head to London, which I think would be the most zombie infested area of the country because it's the capital. I don't know why. I think it's probably the most populated area of the country. Probably, I don't have these stats, and that would mean more zombies. And I think by then I would have lost quite a bit of weight. I'm quite a hefty hefty boy. That sounded really random. Hefty guy. I can't do much right now, but by then I would have been living off scraps. I would have been not eating well. I've been rationing food. I probably would be decent shape by then. At least like decent weight. I don't know about shape. I'd probably be in terrible shape because my body had been lacking nutrients and whatever for 2 weeks. But then I'd be at least a little bit agile, and I would die in some epic death in London with about 50 million zombies. That's probably reasonable if they all migrated to London. Like, I think that's did I say 50 million? That's not reasonable. But 50,000. Just jump into a pile of them. I'd like to try and crowd surf a zombie. I want it to be quick. Now that I contemplate this, I might want to kill myself. That might be the better option, but then that wouldn't be quick in this country either. Unless I could find some cyanide. I'm not sure if that's legal in any way. I know it's probably not. I know that probably sounds insane. I'm not sure if cyanide is actually legal in any form in this country. I'm sure no, because euthanasia is not legal here. The death sentence isn't here. So why would they have anything that can make death quick? God, suicide is hard. Anyway, I'm kidding. Well, the people in Bridgend managed to do it that too soon. Yeah, that's a completely different topic. I'd somehow find a way to make it as quick as possible. I think I'd have 2 weeks to think about it, and I know my resources at my disposal. I would want it to be epic, but I would want it to be quick. And those things kind of collide. Anyway, that's all I got for the zombie apocalypse plan. It's not very thought out. Leave your suggestions and your feedback in the comments below on how I should improve my zombie apocalypse plan. But in all seriousness, yeah. Bit of a channel update. If this is out on Monday, I should have Borderlands 2 content out by the end of the week, probably. If this is out on Wednesday, I might have to wait until next week because I'm going to be doing these commentaries quick as possible. The only reason why I haven't done it yet and why this isn't Borderlands 2 is because my recording equipment isn't in here yet. So I'm probably gonna get that recording equipment set up tomorrow if I can, and then I'm gonna just record a ton of Borderlands 2. There's first impressions coming. There's obviously just random commentaries with that in the background coming. Maybe a few guides of some kind, New Game Plus, DLC content. The chest in Sanctuary that opens. I haven't opened it yet. Maybe my first opening of that. I don't know. Also a review coming in probably, I don't know, a month. I'm gonna the first impressions will come out quickly. That's a pretty detailed first impression. It's probably gonna be like 20 hours in, and then I'm probably gonna have a full review out in like a month's time, just before the DLC comes out, I would say, because well, not the Necromancer one, the first like proper DLC. I think I'd put something out for that because that'd be when I pretty much finished with the game, and I want to try and get as much of the game in before I do a full review. Like right now I've got 2 characters and I haven't even played one of them that much. Ooh, voice crack. I knew we wouldn't get to the end of the video without one. But I'm going on a completely different tangent, and the commentary really ended at 8 minutes, so I should probably stop. Thanks for watching. If you could give the video a like, that would be great. You know, it really helps me out. Stuff like that. If you're new here, you can give me a subscribe, and you never miss a video, except when the sub boxes screw up, and except when it gets piled under other YouTubers' shit because I'm so small. But subscribe anyway because it makes my EP feel bigger. Yeah. Peace out.
That is it? That is all you got? Max Carnage!